and holding in my hand. It's no big deal, just all the love I've ever known. It might sound crazy, but it's true. My hands are always on my shoes, but I can't bring myself to leave this hell called home. But you're not leaving yet, 'cause I'm still bleeding to death. I knew where this train was heading all along. You never listened to my song. You never listened to my song. It's no wonder you can't hear my melodies. Sweet, sincere, between your ears, there's only ever been yourself.
Hello and good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. Tonight we got a pretty good show for you to kind of relax your Monday evening. I'm Travis and
I'm Tammy. Welcome to the show.
tonight we have Dan Monea from Hey Monea.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing, Dan?
Awesome. Happy to be here.
Oh, we're still alive. That's a good thing.
Yay.
Yay us. Man, your music,
Internet.
I love your song, as you guys sent us. Push and Pull. Every time I hear
Thank
that
you.
thing, my foot, I don't know anybody that could listen to that song and their foot not sit there and tap continuously till the whole thing is over. That's what you guys were just listening to, was an intro to their song, Push and Pull.
That's the goal, man. We like them foot tap.
Yeah, that's sweet. So you're the vocalist and the guitarist. And then
Yes, sir.
And then you have Nate. I'm taking that's your brother.
That is my younger brother. He plays the drums and he sings and helps me do some writing.
Okay, and then we have Steven. He's the bass and vocalist.
Yep.
So it's a
Steven
three-piece band.
Fernandez.
You guys rock it out for three-piece band.
Thanks, man.
But there's been some great three-piece bands like Rush and quite a few other ones. But you guys are
Yep.
right up there with them. Yeah, I
Power
love that
trio.
song. Yeah. So how did you come up with this song? Push and Pull.
Oh,
Tell us a little bit what it's about and how you guys came up with it.
I think I was just kind of going through a little bit of a rough patch with my fiance. Just kind of that troubled love scenario where you can't live with them, can't live without them kind of vibe. And happy to say she's here in the room now. Things
Good.
turned out all right.
Oh, sweet.
But,
Does she want to stick her
yeah.
face in the camera and say hi?
She told me not to, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Hello.
Yeah,
There she is.
How you doing,
That's
fiance?
Jessica.
Hello there.
That's Carl Roger.
You might be in trouble for this one. Although she looks
Yeah,
like she's
Nah.
lounged out pretty
We
good.
there's actually it's funny, over the course of our relationship, we've been together about almost 10 years now. And with any relationship there's good times and bad times.
Oh yeah, it's the
And she
hardest,
always
it's the hardest job
resents
you'll
me
ever
some
have.
the better songs come out during the bad times. Nobody wants to hear a happy song about love.
Yeah, it's
The
like,
good
hey,
ones are always about the struggle.
So what do you do?
Yeah.
Go, hey sweetheart, can you piss me off? I need to write a new album.
Generally, I don't need to request that because I kind of set that up accidentally all the time.
Yeah, she looks like a very beautiful young lady. So you did good.
She is.
So okay, yeah, continue on with the push and pull.
Yeah, so we were just kind of having a rough patch, and you kind of go through all that range of emotion. Should I stay or should I go? Do we salvage this? Do we work hard on it? How does that other person see me? How do I see them? How if they, it's just kind of about that constant back and forth struggle of what happens right here from this point in the relationship. What do we do?
So how long has the band been together?
So Nate, is 3.5 years younger than me. We've essentially played together from and I was 13 or 14. But Hey Monea has been established since 2012. And we have been, different incarnations before that also.
Yeah, you guys have done a lot for being together for only 6 years. I mean, I was sitting here reading your bios and stuff. You've been over in, you've gone to Guatemala, Guam, all over the place.
Yeah, all the GU countries.
Yeah. So, what do you do? Just go there to perform or
So
vacation? Or?
we're part of a charity group called the Mile. Stands for Music is Love Exchange. And what we do is we get a bunch of musicians together and fans of those musicians and, just people who want to give back but enjoy the music community. And we all get together, usually in groups of around 30 people. We go down to Guatemala. The service work changes time. Like this last time that we went, we brought the equivalent of we brought water filters to a village that didn't get regular, and the water filters that we brought in will get them, I think, 13 million gallons of water in their life expectancy. So
Wow.
that's what we did this time. But we've done everything, building school buildings and painting, anything the village needs.
That's amazing.
A lot of times, they're like hardest working people that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's not always about the work itself. We raise money through donations, through shows, all kind of things, fundraisers throughout the year. So the Mile raises money that gets sent to these villages and that's what helps them get the supplies to build the schools. And then we kind of show up and play soccer with the kids for a few hours and help paint. It's just like, it's rewarding. It's really fun. But we also do a lot of stuff locally too, with different community outreach things, volunteer, homeless shelters, and pretty much anything that we can do to give back a little bit. I just think it's an important thing to do as a musical community.
All right. Now, do you have a website where people can go and donate?
Yeah, the website is Go Mile. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm pretty sure it's gomile. Hey, will you look that up real quick to make sure I'm saying that? She's going to do my Googling. See, you got a whole crew of people over there. I just have one fiance and a cat with
Actually, Tammy is over in Tampa. I'm up in North Florida. And then, we do shows from all over the place. The week before last, I was up in Louisiana doing shows from there while she was down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
She's hoping to be in the
That's
Bahamas here in the next, after hurricane season, doing one.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, it would.
She's like, I need a vacation bad.
We'll be coming through Florida in October, probably, maybe early November.
Where at?
We are in the process of booking the tour right now, but we generally we go to Key West and play for 3 or 4 days. We do a residency down there at the Smokin' Tuna. We almost always play in the Tampa area, usually St. Pete, Hideaway Cafe.
There you go, Tammy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's not far from me.
Okay. But before we get too far into this, I want to tell you the real website for it's themusicisloveexchange.org.
Themusicisloveexchange.org?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the Mile web. So yeah, so anyhow, we always come through and we try to play somewhere in or near Tampa. We play the Orlando area. And those are our two biggest places we play in Florida, Key West.
Any idea where it's going to be at in Orlando?
The last few times has been Will's Pub.
Okay.
But we haven't booked it yet, so I can't say for sure, but I'd be happy to update you guys once we get that tour booked.
Yeah, because we have a lot of listeners over in the Orlando and Tampa area. So you might want
Cool.
to get a little bigger venue.
Yeah, awesome.
Because I'm sure when they
Great.
hear your music, it won't take you long to sell out.
I hope so, man. That's awesome. We've done the social once before. That's a little bit bigger. We had a couple of bands that we were all touring together, and we did the social. That's a really nice too.
Yeah. How often do you guys come to Florida?
Generally at least twice a year, maybe 3 times.
Okay. Because we have quite a few festivals going on down here. I'll have to talk to you about it off the air, or your manager, whoever,
Sure.
about, see if we can get you in some of the festivals down here. Because they're
Yeah.
always looking for good groups to come in.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
yeah, like we have the Catfish Festival, Blue Crab Festival. You have over in Tampa, you have Gasparilla.
Strawberry
Gasparilla.
Festival.
Yeah, the Gasparilla Festival.
Yeah.
That thing's huge.
Gasparilla's wild, man.
Yeah, so that's in September, October.
No, Gasparilla's in February.
No, when they're coming down.
February.
Oh,
Because I remember we were doing a music cruise. We played on the Rock Boat. It's like a floating festival with like 30 bands, and everybody goes to sea for 4 or 5 days. And we just missed Gasparilla by like a week, and that was the middle of winter.
Yeah, that thing's been going on forever.
We played at Gaspar's Grotto.
that's a nice place. I've been there a
It was
bunch of
like a
times.
pre-show for the cruise. Yeah, it was a neat place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa's got a pretty good area. I don't miss it though. Tammy can't get away from it. I'm here with my horses. It's kind of hard to have horses over in Tampa anymore. There's no more property left.
That's true. See, I love hot, humid weather and Cuban sandwiches, so it's kind of right up.
Oh yeah, me too. I cannot stand cold weather. Where are you out of?
We're in Ohio, man.
Canton?
We got like 3 good months. Yeah, Canton, Ohio.
I've got a sister that lives up in Worcester.
Oh yeah, I got family from there. My dad lives there.
Yeah, and I've got a stepbrother that lives in Canton.
Oh, that's cool.
Aunt and uncle that live in Canton. They're crazy. I mean, it is too cold up there for me.
It's terrible.
You got snow that doesn't stop. I was going to leave and got snowed in and was in a blizzard there, and I had to live with my sister for 2 weeks. It about drove me nuts. I hope your sis, if you're listening, I still love you. But you drive me crazy.
Yeah, it's bad, man. But she Jess lives. Well, her family is from right on Lake Erie. So like when we get 5 inches of snow, they get like 15. And it's like it's some Alaska looking stuff.
Yeah, I was up in Little Valley, up in New York, and we're about 60 miles southeast of the lakes up there. And oh my God, when it snowed, the only good thing about hunting up there was we got snowed in for 2 extra weeks. The bad thing was you couldn't get outside to hunt anything.
Yeah.
And then when you did see a deer, you just see the head like sticking out of the snow. That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
When I got to climb to the top of a tree to get signal to call my kids or my cell phone, something wrong.
Yeah.
Or when you're sitting in a tree
That's
stand.
why we tour the Southeast so much, man. You know, we kind of stick around home and record and write and play local shows, you know, between Memorial Day and Labor Day generally. We'll do little kind of weekend warrior runs, but then we hit the road solid when October rolls around. We tour fall, winter, spring as much as we can and as far south as we can get.
You have to let me know the dates you guys are going to be in this area, and we can get you booked up with some gigs in this neck of the woods as well, up here and toward Jacksonville and stuff like that. We have a lot of places where we get a lot of guys that, like Sean from Richter 7 and them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, we played at Jackrabbits, I think it's called. Does that ring?
In Orlando?
No, Jacksonville.
Oh, in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Stuff changes up there so much. You know, 1 week you go there and it's country western, and next week it's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been playing over in Europe too. It's not just the States you're touring. It says in here, fall festivals, including the Hard Rock Calling in London. Bruce
yeah, we did Hard Rock Calling a couple summers ago. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, now did you play with these groups, or those were groups that had just played there? Sister Hazel and...
We've played with Sister Hazel a bunch. They actually host the Rock Boat, and we've done about 4 or 5 rock boats. So we've played with those guys a lot. Yeah, we've opened for a lot of guys.
Yeah, it's just
been on a lot of cool festival bills.
Bruce Springsteen, Lady Antebellum, Bare Naked Ladies, another one of my favorite.
Yeah,
groups.
we did. Bare Naked Ladies was on one of those cruises. We had the coolest experience. Their drummer is just one of the most genuinely hilarious human beings I've ever talked to in my life. And he wanted to come up on stage and jam with us at the end of our set. We were playing at like midnight, the last show of the last night of the cruise. And so there's like, easily 700, 800, 900 people just jamming out. And he goes, "Hey man, let me get up on stage and jam some songs with you." And we had already played like probably an hour over the time we were supposed to play. And yeah. So we bring him up on stage and he's ripping drums for a while and we're just jamming. I don't even remember what we played. And then he has my brother go back on the drums and he comes out front and he challenges me to a rap battle. And so we just like the band just laid down this beat and him and I rapped every song that I could remember from the 90s and 2000s that I could remember a rap verse from.
Wow.
And we sat there and did that for like 40 minutes.
That's cool.
Really
That's cool. Most drummers are crazy. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I have a drum set. I'm a drummer.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, all my life. I'm sorry?
Rototoms and everything.
Oh yeah. I got all the bells and whistles. 21-piece pearl set.
Nice.
So, but unfortunately, I don't get to play it hardly ever anymore. It's just back there for decoration and dust collector right now. I think I've been on it since we started the radio station because we have a newspaper as well, and we're going 24/7 on both of them. Middle of the night, I'm getting woken up to go check out a wreck or something, or Trump's out saying something, and Democrats are going nuts, Republicans are going crazy. It's just a mess.
Civil War, man.
Yeah. So you have a reunion that you guys do called Little C Music Festival up in Canton?
Yep. Sure do.
Yeah, tell us about
this
that.
This is our 3rd year doing it. So Canton's got a very unique little arts community. It was a steel town and industry town, 40s and 50s, and then everybody lost those jobs in the 70s and 80s. So in the last decade or so, a really good group of people have gotten together in Canton to revitalize downtown Canton into an arts community. So there's galleries, there's music venues, really good restaurants have moved. And we've spent the last 10 or 15 years of our lives living in, and we love it. So we talked about where we would want to have a festival. And so we just decided that in September, 3 years ago, we were going to throw this festival in downtown Canton, shut the streets down, it's about half and half local bands. And then the other half is bands that we've toured with, national touring acts, regional touring acts, usually between 12, 15 bands, sometimes more. And we get everybody together and have a big shindig. And it's really fun.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So we're doing that.
When I first saw
September
it,
14th this year.
It's what now? I'm sorry. You were cutting out.
Oh, sorry. It's September 14th and 15th this year.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought, man, he's got a big family because you put your ghetto family in there. And then as I read the bios and stuff, whether it's like, wait, this is not just his family. This is people he calls his family that are all over the globe.
Yeah. A bunch of crazy weirdos and rascals that I love. That's the ghetto family.
So when did you get into music?
3-4 years old. We had a family piano and sorry, I'm going to turn my notifications.
I got one of those too. I don't even know where it's at. I'm sure it'll be doing the same thing here in a minute.
Yeah. My parents had a piano and neither of them, my mom sang a little bit. My dad's really didn't play much music, but they wanted to have their kids play music. Well, as luck would have it, I just, from the time I was a baby, had an ear for music. I would come home from church and like sit at the piano, and I was like 3 years old and just play the church song. And it freaked them out. They're like, he doesn't read music. He doesn't even read words. How's he doing it? And it was just something. We had that family piano there, and I started piano lessons when I was 3. I took probably 10 years of lesson because about 12 or 13, I wanted to play guitar, and I kind of lost sight of the piano for a little while, but I got back into it my later teens, 20s. But I fell in love with the guitar about 13 and just kind of lost my mind.
Yeah, you still playing piano?
Yeah. I actually do a lot of my writing on piano. You know, I'm a way better guitar player than I am a pianist, but I still love writing on. But I'm a more natural performer.
Who does most of the writings for your group?
Generally, it's me. I come up with the ideas. I get, the hook or the bulk of the song, depending on how it goes. And then Nate and I sit down, and he helps me organize and structure the songs. Helps me with lyrics and stuff like that. But generally, like the melodies and the main song ideas, I work on first. Sometimes completely in my head. I just take it to Nate, and we start working on.
Yeah,
actually, though, Push and Pull, I wrote. Jason and Eric, who are on our management team, we did a little retreat out in the woods in upstate New York. I had written the chorus of that song and hadn't finished it yet, and so I showed them some of the lyrics, and I actually co-wrote that with Jason, and they helped me finish the song.
What were you going to say, cool. Tammy?
No, I was going to ask him, of all the venues that you've played, which one was your favorite? Or one or two? That's a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some great reasons. I mean, we played on the main stage at Hard Rock Calling in London, in Hyde Park. So that was like insane. They told us there was like 60,000 people.
Oh my.
So that is like probably the most unforgettable. But actually, I really love the Hideaway in St. Pete. It's like cool little listening room. Mm-hmm. It's one of those kind of venues where everybody like tunes into the music, and not everybody's talking on their cell phones. They like storytell, talk about the songs. It's kind of that kind of vibe, and I really love that type of show.
Well, that's cool. Definitely
in my top 10 places that we go to regularly.
Yeah.
A couple places like that. There's a place called 7 Steps Up in Michigan. It's brings in a lot of singer-songwriters and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But, there's also a place in Birmingham called the Nick. It is are we cursing?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Roll Tide.
It is.
I say Roll Tide. There'll be plenty of people cussing.
Okay, cool. I just want to double check that. It's better to ask first. You don't need no FCC trouble.
No, they don't regulate us.
Okay, cool. The Nick is like the shittiest dive bar, loud sound system, probably hasn't been updated since the 70s. They sell Genesee cream ale in cans. I think I was there for 10 minutes before the sound guy offered me cocaine. Like, it's that kind of place.
Oh my gosh.
But it's so fun. Like, it's just a rat infested dive bar. I really love it.
Those are where most of the people get their major starts at. I remember I saw John Anderson from Yes at the Big Apple, which is the place you're playing at in St. Pete. And that was, 70s, late 70s. I saw him over there. And that's actually before he was bouncing around in and out of Yes and stuff like that. And, and most of your singers, that's where they get them from. That's where they get their starts, which is the best way to do it. Because from there, you can't go anywhere else but up.
That's what it is, man. Well, plus, you got to always perform like you never know who's going to be. You have to, like, assume every time you walk in the door somewhere, there might just be someone there that is going to see what you're doing and love it and say, here's $10,000, go make a record. Or I know this producer, I should introduce you. You just never have any idea.
Yeah, that's the way it was when I went down to it was the Parrot years ago, Jimmy Buffett's bar down in the Keys. And wound up getting hired there for a while as a drummer for the house band.
Nice.
Of course, you know, I wasn't playing with Jimmy Buffett, but I was playing for Jimmy Buffett. You know, it was pretty cool. It was a paycheck.
Yeah.
I got to live on my sailboat. I mean, I was in my early 20s, and that was cool as all get out.
Yeah, man. That's great.
Yeah. Now
we also played a venue one time that I'll never forget because it was in Milwaukee, and it's the venue that was in the movie Spinal Tap.
Oh, yeah.
And so they had the little Stonehenge emblem behind the drum kit, and they kept it from the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the venue is a really weird venue too. It's cool, but it's very dated purposely. But during the set, they will shine that light, a beacon of light, on that Stonehenge statue above the drum set, no matter who's playing.
Oh, wow.
Very, very strange piece of rock and roll history.
Yeah.
Cool place.
That is cool.
Yeah, so you said you were going to give away a couple of CDs to listeners. We'll put them up, and that was from the 50.
Yeah, the 50 is our most recent full-length disc. It's 2 years old. You know, as you guys know, the last few things that we've released have just been singles. We're kind of going back and forth for a while there, trying to decide whether we wanted to make another record or not. Because a lot of people don't buy CDs or listen to CDs. Cars don't have CD players anymore. And so we were just, start producing songs and putting them out there and seeing what happens. But as fate would have it, we are closing on a music studio this week. So there's a lot going on in the next couple of months from summertime for us. Jess and I are getting married in September. And then we're moving into our new music studio. So we probably will put another record out real soon. And we're thinking probably spring. But in the meantime, we're going to keep releasing singles.
Yeah, we get a lot of requests for more of your music. We just have the one Push and Pull on there.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people. If people go down and on the bottom of our website, there's a place where they can vote. They hear a song and they vote on it and stuff. And you guys got a ton of votes on there. People want to know, is there any more music they have? Tell them to send more music. When can you do a live video of them? And I'm like, well, they've got to. They're going to be on the air with us here real shortly. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. We have a ton of listeners. Just our newspaper, we have a little over 1 million people a week that read it. And
wow.
A lot of those bounce off. And now we have listeners all over. Where was it? Africa? Where? Yeah, in UK, Australia, all over the world since we started.
That's awesome,
thing.
Man.
And this thing has gone nuts. Probably because we're half
really
crazy.
Cool.
I have no filters.
Awesome.
You're the half that's crazy.
Perfect.
You know how drummers are. I have no filters. I get myself in trouble all the time. I say one thing and I got little old ladies wanting to beat me up with a baseball bat.
Well, you got to have that guy in the group, man.
Yeah, there's little old ladies you have to watch out about. We had a show a few weeks ago and we were talking about a woman that had killed her son. She was like 80 years old and he was 70 something. He wanted to put her in a nursing home.
Yeah.
And she walked in, I'm not going, and pulls out 2 pistols out of her nightgown and goes Granny Clamp it all over him. I mean, blasted him. It's like,
oh yeah,
no
that
way.
was.
And then my buddy, his grandmother, he lives out in New Mexico, out in Las Cruces, and he moved in with his grandmother, and his fiance was driving home and sees her sitting on a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket in the middle of the desert, hitching a ride. Got her thumb out. She goes, "I can't take him anymore. I'm getting out before I kill him."
Jesus.
You gotta watch these old people. They're dangerous.
What are they going to do? Put them into prison for the rest of their life? At 90 years old, you go and shoot somebody, you got, what, 4 or 5 years in prison? Feed me. It's better than a nursing home.
Yeah, that's the scariest people, the ones that got nothing to lose. They made it to 80. Who gives a shit after that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You're right. That's true.
You see me getting a gang of like 84-year-old woman over here beating my ass. Don't threaten me with a good time, Granny. I'm sure I'm going to catch some crap off of that. But
oh my gosh.
I want to thank you for coming on, Dan. Maybe we can get you back on again. It's been a privilege talking to you. I love your music. Yeah, man, we'd love to get some more of your stuff playing on here. We just do this radio station to help artists out, such as yourself, and then to help get you guys' name out and stuff. And your name's getting spread out there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Good. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love coming from you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get with you. I'll probably, I'll get my station manager to send you over. She'll probably send it over through Messenger, and she'll give you my personal phone. And then if you can give me a call sometime in the next week or so, I'll see what I can get you booked up in some of these festivals that are coming up for this coming spring. Because I know we're going to have a battle of the bands, and we're going to feature a few bands. And so the bands that we're going to feature are, I wanted to talk to you about that as well, getting you guys to come down here. We got people like Robin Harper and Alyssa, Caroline, and a few other people that we're going to be bringing down. So I want to talk to you about that. It's going to be a couple-day festival. It'll be held at the fairgrounds. It'll be huge.
Okay.
So get you guys down here, get you
man,
a check.
I'm doing all kind of stuff.
Get you a check, get you out on a boat, go fishing for a couple days. We're the bass capital of the world here, by the way. We have
the bass capital of the world?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing to pull out 10, 12, 14 pounders out of St. John's River. They hold the Bassmaster tournaments here a couple times a year, and they go all the way up to Jacksonville, all the way down to by Orlando. These boats, they're running 60, 80 miles an hour. They can be down up in Jacksonville, up by Jacksonville Way, so they're up and down the St. John's River, for a whole 3 or 4 days. And when they catch and release the bass, they release them about 1.5 miles from my house.
Wow.
But,
well, sounds like we need to fish in your backyard then.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I never get enough time to do it, so you guys need to make me an excuse. But I want to thank you for coming on, Dan, man. I love you guys' music. I say,
hey, thank you guys so much for having me. Really nice to meet y'all, and I appreciate the love from you guys, man.
Well, thanks for letting me share your music, man.
It was nice meeting you, too.
Yeah, and thanks for everything you're doing, your service to, the people in Guatemala and stuff like that. People don't think about it, but water is the main thing that sustains life. You can go without food for, 3-4 weeks, but you can't go without water more than 3 days. Your kidneys start shutting down. That's a big thing you guys are doing.
Yep. So, we're going to share that website also.
Yeah, we'll get you down here so you can go surfing. Hopefully not.
I'm afraid I'm losing you guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of froze up on us. There you go.
Oh, there we go. There he is.
I can see your forehead.
The robot voice came on. Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, Dan. Thank you very much. And give me a call this coming week.
Hey, thank you, guys.
All right. It was good talking to you. Thank you.
All right, sounds great. Have an awesome night.
You too. Good night.
That was Dan from Hey Monea. What a cool guy.
Yeah, it was very nice. Had a lot of experience to talk about too.
Yeah, man, I'd love to play with the bare naked ladies.
I know, right?
That didn't come out right, did it? I'm just talking about old ladies, and then I'm saying, hey, I want to play with the bare naked ladies. Like the Doritos commercial.
Oh my gosh.
Bring me a bare naked. Forget that. Okay, we got some sponsors we need to take out here real quick.
All right. I can do that.
Which one? America's Air Work. That's Jeremiah up out of Jacksonville, but he services Putnam County and all over the place. I think they even do over to Ocala, over Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Daytona, all that. They have some great offers on some stuff, 50% stuff off, $75 off, all kinds of stuff. I know they do good air, and they're gonna be doing my house here in the next week or so. Lightning.
Good.
I don't know if you can hear the storm that's been going on behind us during the interview, but it's been tearing it up. For you guys that want your weather report, rain every day between 4 and 6 till about 7 or 8. Watch out for lightning. Don't
Hot
open the
and high
water.
humidity.
Yep. And our national bird, the Florida mosquito. Okay. We got Hair by Barbie. I don't know what special Barbie has coming up, but I know I've got to go in there in the next few days. I don't think she has anything up this week, but she does good work. I don't care if she has specials or not. That's the only person I'll let touch my head. Did I tell you about when I went over to that one place a couple years ago, and I sat down, it was a barber chair, and I told the guy I wanted to cut like a man. He shaved the sides of my freaking head and left me like a mini mohawk. I look like Sergeant Vince Carter on Gomer Pyle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, I was so pissed off. And then he wanted to charge me $20 for it. God, I don't think so. You better call the
That's
cops
about
right
the
now.
going rate. Okay.
Okay. Let's see who else do we want to put up. It's the Benios.
Okay, I gotta find that. Give me a second.
Yeah. Well, while he's bringing that up, Benio's. Benio does like the best well work around. I mean, the guy just kicks butt. This is the next one down. Over one. Yep, right there. That way they can see the address and get his phone number and stuff. But it's him and his wife. And they do well pumps. I mean, they fix the well. They'll drill the well. Anything you need to do to get water into your house, that guy kicks some butt. And he's quick. Well, he did our whole well out here in, I don't know, it was less than 4 or 5 hours. Holy crap. But you guys give them a call. They're out of Volusia County, but they do service Putnam County. They do pump repair, well restoration, pump replacement, well abandonment, and they, like I say, they drill new wells. But don't hesitate to call them and tell them IITW Radio sent you over there, or you heard it someplace.
And these ads are all posted on both the Facebook pages, IITW and the Putnam Way on Facebook.
Yeah, we got Greg Williams. He's going to be top middle.
Give me a sec. I'm trying to make my job easier.
I know, that's why I'm messing with you. Just put up whichever one you want. He's number 4. We didn't have a show Friday night. We had to cancel because my dog got really sick. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But Greg's going to be on. We don't have to show him tonight. Greg's going to be on there. He's going to get me plastered all over tomorrow night. There he is. Greg is an attorney out of Jacksonville. He does service Putnam County. He'll represent any case but murder cases. Look at him. He looks like he should be a superhero, you know, or the guy that works behind the superheroes.
The sidekick?
No, like he should be author for like Batman.
Like Alfred.
Oh,
Alfred.
Alfred. Okay, I gotcha.
Author. That's the drunk. Greg don't even drink. I'm sure I'll hear about that tomorrow night, but I got a surprise for him. Remind me later and I'll tell you if I didn't already tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a guest that's going to be in the studio with Greg tomorrow night, and he doesn't know it yet. He's probably
Well,
not
don't tell
listening.
everybody.
I'm not going to tell them nothing until
No,
tomorrow night.
don't say anything.
But if they want to see it, they got to watch. But I guarantee it'll be
Exactly.
funny. I know Greg's not listening tonight because he's out with his wife. And he's got court cases all day tomorrow because his building got hit by lightning and he lost his computer and stuff. So, all right, we'll get the rest of them when we come back. Let's go ahead and take care of my friend.
Okay.
You haven't seen this yet. Our friend Lee.
Oh, no. Travis.
I'm getting an ass whipping. Lee, I love you, but
And poor thing, she's suffering right now. She's not feeling good, and you put that up. Lee, honey, I'm so sorry.
I am too, Lee. Tammy made me do it. But
Oh, no, I didn't. She knows better.
that's funny as hell.
She knows that I had absolutely nothing to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Because she loves me.
That is too funny. Hey, speaking of friends, we don't have a picture for this one, by the way, guys. One of our friends called today. I haven't talked to him. He was my buddy, Scott Lander. I told him I'd give him a shout out tonight. But me and that guy, we were crazy together back in the day. Him and I were inseparable. That guy had the arm like unbelievable. He could have went pro. But now he owns a big company. They're all over the United States, so he did well for himself.
Yeah,
Probably making
that's cool.
more than he would as an athlete.
It was nice talking to him on the phone.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk back to him again. We're supposed to get together and we're going to go down there and go out to lunch with him, I guess. He's heading up to Nashville, though, here pretty soon. But if you're listening, hey, Scott, I told you to give you a shout out. Okay. What else we got coming up? Oh, Sheila Brown. Sheila Brown Pinkleton. She was another girl we went to high school with. I asked you guys to pray for her over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
She actually passed away 2 days ago, one something in the afternoon. So we'll miss you, girl. I'm sure she's going to be up there with her son. She had a son that passed away. So,
Yeah.
But to their family, we want to tell you guys, we're sorry. Our loss is heaven's gain, though. Yeah, but what a
That's
great
right.
lady. She was never. I don't think anybody ever had a bad word to say about her.
No,
But
she was a
that was
sweet
sad.
girl.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and get off that one before I get really friggin' depressed here. Let's see. Yeah, put up Cracker's pictures.
Our little cracker.
Yeah, for you
Poor
guys
girl.
this week, we didn't have a show Friday night because my dog, Cracker, and no, she's not named Cracker. For all you guys that are saying, oh, you're a redneck, I don't have a major appliance sitting in my yard, well, anymore. But I was going to say my grass isn't 3 feet high.
Oh, but it is. Some of it is.
It won't quit raining every day. I got about, I don't know, quarter of an acre mowed today in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning and rain everywhere. It's just seeming to come flying off the lawnmower. But I just had a brain fart. I can't read a thing.
Cracker.
No, I know about Cracker. I was just trying to think of the vet's name. What was her name? Maggie.
Nagy.
Nagy. Dr. Nagy. I had to take her in because she had, like she wasn't eating. When I cook bacon, and my dog doesn't, what is it, Pyrmetra? It's what she had. But when my dog doesn't eat bacon, something's really wrong. And Cracker, I've had Cracker since she was 5 weeks old. She wasn't even winged off the nipple. This dog has saved my life. She was a cadaver dog. She goes anywhere, she could sniff out somebody in the snow 25 feet. And so she's had a good career, but her and I have been all over the place together. Pretty much any time I go anywhere for the last 14 years, she's been with me. I mean, even when we go to Little League games and I go cover those, you remember the time she jumped over the fence and stole the ball during the playoffs?
Yeah.
Took off with it, jumped over the fence. It was the only ball. It's a small town. They didn't have very many balls. She ran off with it. All the kids were out there chasing her during the playoffs. It was funny. Then my daughter at the high school, they put a cheerleading outfitter on her one year and had her out on the field cheerleading.
I remember that.
Because she knows how to bow, and I'll say, are you scared of the cat? And she'll take her paws and cover her eyes, and she's smart as all get out. But, I want to thank Dr. Nagy and them over there at the vets. They took her in, and she had they weighed it out. It was a 5-pound, basically a tumor. It was in the uteral sac, and it's supposed to be about as big as my pinky. That's what it's supposed to be. And the thing was as big around as my thigh and about 3 feet long, and it was completely full of pus. So
Poor
it
baby.
was just nasty. But yeah, she had to have major surgery, and they actually knocked a bunch off the bill for me because it was just expensive as all get out, and I don't want to. I'm too selfish to have her put down yet. You know, she's still got some puppy left in her. Now she's up running around now and stuff.
She's a sweet girl.
Oh yeah, I bought. I stopped by Burger King today because her favorite of those chicken nugget things.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in the house, you know, I'm shoving the pills, the painkillers in her for them, and the antibiotics and everything else. And no way, that dog's got too good of a nose. She just she'd catch it in her mouth and then spits it right back out. But that's over at the Animal Health Center in East Palatka. Those people are great. I'm gonna give them a shout out here and some free advertisement. That vet actually said, you know, we got to get her into surgery right now, and she was like, cancel the rest of my appointments. I got to get this done. So she put all the other people on. I'm sure they didn't understand it, but my dog is like my kid.
Yeah.
I get my
We're
dogs.
thankful to them.
You know how I am. I brush my dog's teeth.
I know. We're very thankful to them for that. We wouldn't even want to lose our Cracker.
No. Oh, and people, that's what I was going to say before. People think I'm a redneck because their name is Cracker. Okay. For all you that are going to write in and call in and say, oh, you're a redneck, da-da-da-da-da. First of all, I have nothing against rednecks, but I'm not a redneck. There's no dip in my mouth. You know, I don't even drink beer. And I don't have any major appliances set in my yard. My grass is 3 foot high, though. I've got one of the qualifications for it, and I do drive a truck. Holy crap, I've got the redneck starter kit. But anyways, her name is Cracker because I got her up in North Carolina when she was 5 weeks old, and just a little tiny thing. And on the way back to Florida, she got in the back seat of my truck and ate like almost a whole box of saltine crackers, plastic and all, cardboard. I had to take her to the vet. That was my first major expense with her. She hadn't even had her first puppy shots yet, and they're already cutting her stomach open, taking a ball of dough out like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Because there's no way she was going to pass it. And
Yeah.
I named her Brandy because she was like a brandy wine color at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then my daughter Cheyenne started calling her Saltine Cracker, and then Cracker just stuck. So anybody's wondering why she's named Cracker, that's the whole story.
Now you know.
And I'm sticking to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love my dog, though. Okay, you know what pisses me off more than anything is when people, you know, they chain their dogs up, leave them outside, especially in this hot weather. And we got a couple of dog things we're going to talk about here in just a second. But thanks, Dr. Nagy. I appreciate it. You know, you don't know how much, I'm sure she does know how much it means. I'm sure she sees it all the time. But, you know, people leave their dogs in cars and everything else, and it's all hot. You know, the temperature can raise up 40 degrees in a matter of a few minutes, and then they suffocate. They had some dogs, a dog that just died this past week. That was, when you guys go to the beach, and now I've had Cracker over at the beach, I mean, quite a few times. I mean, I used to take her over there because it was good for fleas, put a dog in salt water. But there was a couple dogs this past week that died from people take them out in the salt water and stuff. When you're out there, your dogs need fresh water. You know, that people don't think about it. They throw the ball out there. The dog's, I mean, it's got a fur freaking coat on, for God's sakes. And they don't think that the dog needs water. You know, and then they get the salt water in them and ingest it, and then next thing you know, they get home, they're dead that night. So when you got to take and nobody should be afraid to take their dog to the beach. Just make sure that you've got enough fresh water with you.
Yeah.
It's salt water poisoning, but you need to watch out when they get home. Say if you start seeing vomiting and stuff like that, and some of the lakes, especially here in Florida, like St. Johns River, that's brackish water. There is some salt water in it, so even on the St. Johns River, you need to make sure that you keep your dog hydrated and that stuff, and yourselves. A lot of people right now, it's the heat wave all over the United States going on. You know, we're kind of used to it here. You walk around with a bottle of water or something to drink here all the time, but people coming to Florida, you come to Florida, there's two things you can expect. Actually, a bunch, but everything that's down here is either out to bite you or kill you. And
Yep.
the mosquitoes are
Eat
nothing to play with.
mosquitoes.
You know, West
No, they're
Nile,
not.
all kinds of crap. It's beautiful here, but the humidity will get you, and the heat. If you don't have water and some type of insecticide spray, DEET, something, you know, you're asking for trouble.
They discovered a new virus in the mosquitoes this year. I don't know if you heard about that, not too long ago, that they discovered because somebody came from out of state and got bitten. And they're saying now that people that live here in Florida probably have it, that we probably have become immune to the virus, but people that come from out of state are susceptible to it because they've not been exposed, and it's a new virus.
Do you know what the name of it is?
I can probably look it up. I posted it on the page a while back.
That's all right. People can go in there and look. If you go on the Putman Way, that's THE space PUTNAM space WAY. You can go in there and read it. 'Cause we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight.
It's out of the University of Florida not too long ago, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I decided not to. We're not going to put the one up of the husband that got killed. I just don't feel like doing that to the family. We have. I'm not laughing about that. I was just looking up at my screen. Put this one up. Now, this is one of the crazier stories. You hear about teachers. We got a couple of them tonight to talk about. This lady, what a nut job. I'm not even going to call her a lady. She had sex with 2 special ed students
Oh my
at the
gosh.
school. And so she gets arrested. She's given a restraining order. She's driving down the road the other day, gets pulled over. Lo and behold, who's in the seat next to her? One of the special ed kids. And, of course, this kid is not going to hold anything back. He's scared to death. He starts talking about, well, we had sex in the stairwell and stuff. Blah, 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 blah. $250,000 bond. Her excuse now for having sex with the special ed students is that her husband wasn't giving her any.
What?
Yeah, and she's not a bad-looking woman. You know? I mean, I see freak written all over her now, but, I mean, she could do... I don't see where she has to... You know, she could go in any bar and pick up any guy and want to take advantage of some mentally challenged kids or mentally handicapped. That's nuts.
Put that picture back up there. Look in them eyes.
Well, I know. It's got crazy written all over it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if she closed her eyes, she wouldn't be a bad-looking woman.
What do I tell you all the time?
Quit looking
You gotta
at the
look.
breast,
You
look
gotta
in the
look
eyes.
in the eyes for the crazy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but it's hard for a man to do that. A man looks down, he sees breast, right?
Mm-mm.
Like
No.
no. Every guy in the world is like that. If he sees a Sarah Tata's up there, he's going, yeah, and he completely misses crazy.
Well,
Yes.
okay, but I'm telling you,
So
what
what's
have I
this?
told you and a certain other person that we both know? Look in the eyes for the crazy if you want to find it. Unless you want to go on those crazy trips like you boys keep going on over and over again. I'm telling you.
Ozzy crazy train. Okay, well, what's a woman's excuse? Okay, guys, got Buddy Bob. Okay, we were just having this conversation, and about don't look down. Tell him don't look down at the breast. Look into the eyes. That way you'll see crazy. Well, that's what Tammy keeps telling me, and I'm not a pervert or anything, but I am a man, you know. And if a girl's got a rack sticking up there, and there's cleavage, the guy's going to be like, you know, okay, yeah. He completely misses crazy. What's the woman's excuse, though, for missing crazy? I mean, obviously she's not staring down at his pecker because, I mean, it doesn't have cleavage unless you're getting like me. I'm going to have man breast here in another couple of years, but...
Men are generally not crazy. Men are just
Assholes.
irresponsible assholes.
Yeah, but what about the crazy in them? So you're just saying all women are crazy?
No,
Or
I didn't
you're
say
saying
all women were
or
crazy.
women are crazy, and guys are just assholes. I give you that.
I didn't say all women were crazy. I said you got to look in the eyes to see which ones are crazy. Some of them are crazy, some of them are not. And not all men are assholes. Just some of them.
Yeah, I know. Our buddy Ben, Lee's husband, he's a pretty cool guy. He's not an asshole.
He is. He's a good guy.
He's a sweetheart. He doesn't want anybody to know it, but he loves that gal to death, man. He's all the time bringing her flowers, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And let me say this just real quick to qualify the whole thing. Some men can be assholes with some women and not with others. It depends on what people bring out with each other.
That's true. But does the crazy change out of a woman's eyes from guy to guy?
No. Crazy is just crazy. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I'm a crazy magnet.
Bingo.
That's why I don't have a girlfriend. Remember, anybody else wondering, I definitely do not have a boyfriend either. Never have. Never will. I better move on before I get my butt in trouble here.
Yeah, you better.
Speaking of
on to the next story.
Speaking of crazy women. No, one over. Yeah, right there.
Oh, I know which one you're going to put up there next.
Maxine Waters. Now, I can't resist this.
Oh, okay.
You guys going to say something about the pictures I put up. I call for the pictures. I'm like, holy crap. Now, here's a woman and she's a Democrat. I don't care who she is, Democrat, Republican, or whatever. She's an elected official, and I mean, she's come out with some crazy stuff. I mean, she's as bad as Corinne Brown in my book. She is off the charts. She should have retired with Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein and them, right after the big one hit. And the dinosaurs got wiped out. They should have just quit. I love that picture of her, Maxine Waters. What does it say? Redefining stupidity on a daily basis. So last week she gets a threat from Alabama or something? If she comes down there, they're going to hang her.
They were going to lynch her. Yes, that's what the threat was.
Yeah, and then it says, what was her quote? The people are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them. And what she called for people to get together, and when they see anybody on the Trump administration, just to get a group of people together and then harass them. And, there's been congressmen and stuff like that and people from the White House that saying, they're scared. One guy this week, I don't have his name in front of me, but he was at a service station, and all of a sudden there's a crowd around him. They're taunting him and everything else. Well, the ethics committee right now, she's got a complaint against her for inciting mob violence. It's an ethics complaint. I don't care who you are. If you don't like Trump or you do like Trump or whatever, you don't like Democrats, you don't like Republicans, there's no reason for an elected official to call for people to bond or to get together. What you're doing is you're saying, okay, I want a mob.
Right.
A mob is more than 4 or 5 people. Get as many people as you can together and then go harass these people. Now, how would you like it if you're working at your job and McDonald's sells somebody a hamburger down the road and they're vegetarian and actually got a meat burger instead of vegetarian? Then they're telling you, okay, it doesn't matter. You work at McDonald's? Okay, we're going to harass you. Every time we see you out in public, guess what? You're going to get harassed big time. I mean, there's just no sense for it. I hope she doesn't I hope they kick her out of office and impeach her. She's just off the chain. And then, tomorrow night we're going to have Greg on, and we'll get into political stuff tomorrow night. But, flip
That'll
a coin.
Be interesting.
Heads she stays, tails she loses. So
heads or tails?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Well, yeah, especially since this weekend, I believe in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. It was in Georgia.
Yeah, what was?
It was.
2 cops. I love the law enforcement. We feature law enforcement here on the radio show and, in the newspaper and stuff all the time. And we love our officers, and we try to give them props all the time. And just because you have one bad one shouldn't reflect on the whole police station. So I don't want this to reflect on the people up in Georgia, but it was in I don't even know if I have it in my notes here.
Let's see.
I can't remember where it was at in Georgia, but it doesn't matter. In Georgia, they pulled this woman over for speeding. She's driving down the road. They pull her over, and the two cops that are on the bottom of the page decide that they're going to go back, and they have an app on their phone. Now, they got body cams on, and they're sitting there talking, and they said, head she goes to jail, tails she doesn't. So they hit the coin flip, plop, whatever it's called, on their phones, and it came up heads or tails where she didn't go to jail. And the other one goes, well, you know what, we need to take her in anyways. So they take the woman in. She doesn't even find this out until somebody's going through the body cam stuff.
It was in Roswell, by the way.
Roswell, that's it. There's a lot of stuff happen, crazy crap that happens in Roswell's.
Yes.
That's like if Jim Curtel from the Weather Channel shows up at you, and you see that guy walking around, get the hell out.
Jim
quick.
Cantori, yes,
Cantori.
definitely.
Yeah, Jim Cantori. If you see that guy walking around, get out, move quick. Do not stay around. Bad things are about to happen. If you live in a town called Roswell, you can expect
something weird's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like when I was driving up to Louisiana, and see Blunt Town. I'm like, okay, a lot of happy people there.
Yeah, right.
You got to wonder if it would be funny if they had a medical marijuana distribution center there in Blunt Town. But
you never know.
So they get this woman goes to jail, and she didn't even find it out until I don't know, it was a couple of weeks later. Somebody contacted her and let her know, or she saw her name on the news or something. Anyways, all of a sudden they just dropped the charges, and she went to jail on a friggin' coin toss. Heads you win, tails you lose. Or vice versa. I don't know which one it was. There's so many stinking stories out right now. It's hard to keep up with everything.
I know.
But let's do the one where the Applebee ones. We have a soundbite of this one too, don't we?
Video clip.
Oh, video clip.
Ooh, video.
Yeah. Let me give the intro to this first. Okay. I guess they found them? Oh, yeah, they got 2 of them in custody. 4 of them are sitting there eating at this Applebee's restaurant. And the waitress comes over, and you watch the video, and you can see in the video, she's leaning all the way across the table like waitresses do, and her knee brushes up against the other one's knee. And then she goes to do another plate to the other side, leans in, her knee brushes the woman's leg again. Of course, if you look at the video, you can see the woman's leg is sticking out a little bit. Which that shouldn't bother you. They've got to lean across the table. Your server does. And my daughter's a waitress. She's a tiny little thing. But these 4 gals jump up and start beating the holy crap out of her. And then another server's walking by with a tray. She takes a steak knife off of there and stabs the woman in the arm. I think she got, how many stitches was it?
Oh, my land.
15 stitches in her arm. And if that's not bad enough,
What?
They walk out and don't pay the freaking bill and steal her money out of her apron. And she hasn't she hasn't cashed out yet. And, it wasn't a race thing because it wasn't the waitress black as well. I'm not sure. I think she was. I have to look on the video. I've had so much going on. And I think I'm getting some residue off my dog's pills because I kind of feel loopy. No, that's from staying up and keeping an eye on her all night and make sure she doesn't die. But, yeah, well, let's go ahead and play the video clip, and then we'll talk about it when we get out.
Restaurant. Police say 4 customers attacked a waitress, and that's not all they did to her. It happened at the Applebee's on Industrial Boulevard in McDonough. Fox 5's Denise Dillon joins us now live there tonight with more on what happened. Denise, how did this all start to begin with?
Well, police say it was nothing more than a server here at this Applebee's brushing up against the knee of a customer as she was laying the plates on the table. Well, when it happened a second time, that's when fists started flying.
They were out of control.
Watch as 4 women get up and attack the 21-year-old woman who was serving them their meal. You can see one of them punch the young woman so hard it knocks her backwards. Soon, all 4 were wailing on her. Other employees and patrons at the Applebee's in McDonough break it up, but one of the 4 women comes back for one final blow.
She comes running around everyone and punches the victim again.
Police say the moment they stood up, one of the 4 customers grabbed a knife off another employee's tray. It looked like this one, and used it on the server.
And as she walked by, she grabbed the knife and stabbed her in the arm.
She needed 15 stitches to close the gash. Police believe the women also stole the server's money from her apron.
And she said she had between $200 or $300 in there from tips and but mainly tabs that she had collected in cash.
Detective T.F. Spangenberg says it all started when the server accidentally brushed up against the knee of one of the customers while putting plates on the table. The detective says it wasn't over until someone else in the restaurant yelled, "Police are coming." At that point, the women pick up their purses and casually walk out, leaving the restaurant in shambles and the server needing medical attention. The server is now doing better, but still shaken and wondering what could have set them off.
She more or less thinks maybe they were just not having a good day.
Is it crazy or what?
Oh my land. That's more than just not having a good day.
Yeah, those kind of people need to be on medical marijuana, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody fights as stoned. I don't know what they were on, but
I just don't understand that. Why in the world would somebody do that?
Because they're assholes.
There had to be more to it than that.
No, according to the police report that I pulled and read on it, it wasn't. I mean, and there's a bunch of crazies. I mean, but luckily, I think they apprehended 2 of them. But you got...
They hadn't had words with each other before that happened or anything?
No. But look, yeah, I got the picture back up there. I see crazy in their eyes.
I think so. In all 8 of their eyes.
See, that's because they cut the breast part out on the top. I'm going to catch so much crap in my email this week, you know it?
Mm-hmm.
But I got to be honest. I got to be me. But you want to see some crazy eyes? we have our no, not the genius. Yeah, say what? Another rogue politician. Now this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's.
Yeah, you notice there's a hand on the back of her head now.
Now, I wouldn't be looking at her breast because her eyes would be way out too wide. Oh, yeah. She gets pulled over and arrested for a DUI. They take her into jail, and she bites the cop's finger so hard that it breaks it.
Now, wait a minute.
Breaks it off.
You got to tell the whole story now.
All right, I'll let you finish.
When they first took her in there, she was okay. They left her in jail for a couple of days, and when they took her back up and started processing her 2 days later was when she bit the guy's finger. So she had time to sit in there and stew about it.
Yeah, she was city council, wasn't she? Yeah, she wasn't even drunk when she got...
Yeah, she was a councilwoman. And this is a town that only has 73 people.
Yeah, I can see why. If I saw her, if she was on the city council here, I would move the hell out. Get away. That's got crazy written all over it. You could see that crazy from a block away. Look at his chompers, though.
Oh, yeah. She broke the guy's thumb. It wasn't even a regular finger. It was his thumb. You know, the thumb, the bone in the thumb is one of the thickest bones of all the fingers.
Yeah, it
so
looks like
she had to bite hard.
Looks like they got her in straps.
I don't know, but that guy's got a glove on and he's got her by the hair.
She got blue eyes, too. Look at the eyes. One blue left, one blue down, one blue up.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes, I made fun of her. If you guys don't like it, switch the channel. But you can't look at that and say it's not funny. Holy crap. I'm going to have nightmares tonight. We'll get into that, too. Because I got to tell you about Dracula today. Holy crap. I'm scared to go to sleep tonight. I'm going to write myself a note here.
Put garlic necklace on before you go to bed.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have. Let's see, which one is the really?
Should we talk about some more of our sponsors before we go any further?
Yeah, we need to. The Stand. I got to talk about them. They have crates of corn down there. I mean, a crate, the wooden crates, big wooden crates. I'm sitting there putting my hands up like I'm sitting here on with a video on me. But they have these big crates of corn down there, and it's. Did you eat any of it yet?
No, I haven't. I have some, but I haven't tried it yet.
Oh my God! Slap that stuff in the microwave for a few minutes.
I don't have a microwave.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your microwave blew up.
Yes,
Okay.
it did.
Put it in water, boil it, do it like Grandmama used to do it. Slap some butter on that stuff. I can't eat salt, but I don't need salt. That stuff is sweet. Oh my God, that stuff is so good. But it's yellow and white. Yeah, but they got it for a case, not 3 years for $5. But they got a whole case for $10 down there.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
That's a good deal.
Could you freeze corn?
Sure you can, but I think you have to parboil it first.
Oh, do you?
Uh-huh.
And
I think.
Anyways, they kick butt. Matt and Luann down there, they have a vegetable stand in East Palaca, and then they have one in Satsuma. And both of them have the same kind of produce. They'd either one. If you live in Palaca or East Palaca, or you can hit that one. Or if you live in San Mateo or Crescent City, but there's people that drive from all over. You guys got to say hi to Andrea while you're in there.
Yes.
Okay. Then we have cars. And cars, next week, we're going to be giving a front end alignment away. And we'll be announcing Friday night who the winner of their front end alignment was. But they really don't have to run any specials. Their tires, if you go down there and get tires from them, they don't charge any extra on the tires. There's no markup at all. So you need
That's
tires.
awesome.
Yeah, you need tires for your car. What they do charge just for the mount and balance and stuff, and it's pretty cheap. They do that.
That's good.
Tracy told me they do that just to help their customers out. Like Stan Haynes used to say, tires ain't pretty. They ain't supposed to be pretty. They're supposed to get you down a road. But yeah, they do that. They also do. Yeah, I'm going to mention it in a second. They also do tune-ups, all kinds of stuff.
Oil changes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, oil changes. But it looks like a big barn. If you're on 20 and you go up 20, you pass the Taco Bell like you're heading toward the Walmart. They're right there on the right side. People who have asked me where they're at. A few people have written in and said, and called me up and said, I can't find cars because it's community auto repair specialists. They also have a place in Green Cove Springs. It's up there on the list, one in Palaca, one in Green Cove, and one in Archer Road in Gainesville. The one in Archer Road is called Advanced Auto Care, though. But Josh and Tracy on this, Josh owns them. They got a little kid.
Are they still hiring?
Yes, they are hiring.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they still were, if they had found what they needed, or...
Yeah, Jason, what did I call him? Josh? I really need sleep. But yeah, they're hiring over there. So if you need a job, you need to get over there quick and tell them that we sent you over there. If you're a drug addict, don't show up. If you don't have a ride to get to work, don't show up. They didn't say this. I'm just telling you because they're my friends too. Well, as being sponsors of the show, they're also my friends. If you don't have a way to get there, if your grandmother dies 4 or 5 times in 1 year, don't show up. I had a guy working for me, and about every 6 months, his grandmother would die. I'm like, how many you got?
Oh, my goodness.
15 grandmothers? Wait. I could say something. Never mind. I'm not going to say it about Auburn or LSU. I'll get in trouble. You want to do the T-Mobile one?
Sure. All righty. T-Mobile. As usual, they have their veterans special, and that is an ongoing thing that they have.
When is that?
And that's the military special, and that is 50% off on the family lines for all military and veterans. They have, let's see, that's the T-Mobile, and it's at let's see, Daytona Beach location at 2400 West International Speedway Boulevard. That's at the corner of West International Speedway and North Williamson, and that is the specials that we're talking about today are at that location only. If you mention IITW Radio sent you, you'll get $50, and the T-Mobile will donate $50 directly to a local charity. If you buy an LG G7 Thin Q, you will get $750 off of the second one. Also, if you buy a Samsung Galaxy S9, you get one free. There's some other specials available there, and you can look at the ad, and it's also going to be posted on the Putnam Way and IITW Radio on Facebook, so go take a look at those.
Okay. Yeah, some of those, the military is always on the militaries. The other ones are in, I believe, on the 24th. Okay, we got our buddy Bob coming up. We'll get Chris to do his commercial because he always does it real good, real well.
Give me like half a second.
If Miss Burkhart is listening, I did say well. I changed it from good. She was our high school English teacher. Does she listen to the show?
I am not sure. She's getting ready to go on a cruise, so I don't know. She might be packing.
Okay. Well, this is the ad for Eastside Collision and Towing.
Check. Is that coming in?
Nope.
Yes.
No, you're hearing him off my microphone.
1, 2,
Oh,
1, 2.
sorry.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Here, just use my mic.
1, 2, 1, 2.
That's it.
Alrighty. Eastside Collision and Towing, 24-hour towing available, 386-227-0003, specializing in towing, collision work, custom painting, mechanical work, located at 286 Highway 17 Southeast Palatka, Florida, 32131. They get free estimates. Call Bob Baldwin, who is the owner.
Bob is the man. Yeah, they're at Bob's number is 386-227-0003. That was an easy one to remember. 3 zeros and a 3, like Dale Earnhardt. But no, he does do some kick butt jobs. I'm going to put a picture up this coming week. We'll probably do it on Friday night, and we can rag on him a little more, and we'll get a little more time. And this truck that he just painted. Oh my God, we don't have that picture, do we? I'll give it to you because I got a picture of it the other day when I was up there. Wait till you see the Chevy that he painted. You know, I'm not a big Chevy fan. I mean, I love my Fords. Chevys are all right, I guess. You can hear
Chevys are awesome.
You can hear one rust on a quiet night. I'll give you that.
Fix or repair daily, found on Road
We're
Dead.
not going to start this. We'll be here all night. We only have like 10 minutes left.
I know. So go on.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, you guys need to go over and see Bob. Did you get this one? The Two Little Heroes?
Hmm?
Did you read about these two little boys?
The one that rescued the baby that was in the pool?
Yeah, I'll let you tell about that one. It's two kick butt little kids.
Okay, so they were on a Disney vacation in Orlando. These two little twin boys, Peyton and Bryant. So the family was they decided to stay at the hotel, and they were at the pool. And these two little boys were taught how to swim at a very young age, so they were pretty comfortable in the water. Mother describes them as little fish. And so they were splashing around in the pool, and they noticed their little 3-year-old girl making a mad dash to the deep end, close to where they were playing. And the toddler's mother was packing up their swimming gear and stuff like that. I guess they were getting ready to head out for the afternoon to Disney World to go to the parks. And the little girl, I guess, jumped in the pool. Is that what happened? And they weren't keeping a close eye on her or whatever. She had turned her back, and the little girl did not know how to swim, and I guess she sunk to the bottom of the pool. Like, I guess they described it. She sunk like a stone.
Sunk or sank?
So, I'm sorry, she sank like a stone. My bad.
Miss Brookhart, if you're listening, get on her.
Whatever.
I know she's going to be putting something on
Okay.
Facebook. So
She sank like a stone. Anyway, so these two little boys, they rescued her. They pulled her out and saved her life. So they're heroes, these two little boys, because they saved her life, that little 3-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And they worked together to get her out of the pool.
That is kick butt. You know, when
I know, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, remember, I don't know, it was quite a few months ago, but that group of kids down by Miami, the old homeless guy was out there swimming, and he wasn't swimming. I mean, he fell out of a boat or something, and he was drowning. And they sat there and laughed at him, wouldn't help him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and these two little guys right here, I hope they, give them a big medal and pat them on the back a bunch of times and stuff them full of ice cream and candy because they deserve it.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah. That's awesome.
We also have another little kid that just passed away. Do you have his name? Little kid, he wrote his own obituary. His name is Garrett Matthews.
Matthias.
Or Matthias, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
I just got it tossed at me by a program manager.
That's
Garrett
okay.
Matthias. I got so many stinking notes on my desk. Anyways, the little kid was suffering from cancer, and he wrote his own obituary with the help of his parents before he died. Mm-hmm. And at his funeral, he didn't want people to be. He wanted to be burned like was it the mother in Thor? Anyways, and he wants his ashes to be made into a tree, like one of the movies. But he wants to be, I mean, he had his thing. He wants 5 bounce houses. He wants Batman. He wants ice cream and all this other stuff. And he puts that in his article, in his obituary. And then he said it's, what does it say there? Yeah, he was telling about what he wanted his funeral to be and all that. But at the end of it, he leaves the thing that says, "See you later, suckers." Suckers. But what a little trooper, man. It's sad to see little kids like that, go through the cancer and then pass away. But, at that age, to have a good sense of humor about it, it breaks my heart to see that. But what a funny little kid. He got his little Batman cape and all that other stuff on, too. All right,
yeah.
Let's get that down before I get choked up. And the parents were saying as soon as they could figure out how to make the ashes into a tree, they were going to do it. I'm sure somebody will come up with something. They do all kinds of crazy stuff.
There's several ways to do. There's already several ways to do that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Is that all we got?
Pretty cool.
21 seconds.
No, it's 21 minutes.
21. No, it's 8:52.
No.
We had to add time, so we added extra time, so you have a little more.
Oh, okay. So we added time to the show tonight. Okay, put the other guy up there. The other one, that's the sex teacher. I don't know what the hell is wrong with these teachers. Another teacher, you got the story on this one, right?
No.
No?
No.
She was a volleyball coach. I guess it was for 3.5 years. She was having sex with her students, and they busted her. Nobody could believe she was doing it. I don't know what in the hell is wrong with these teachers. I had teachers, the only kind of love I got out of them was hard love. That was with a paddle. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I never wanted to have sex with any of the old nuns that were at my school. Good Lord. They were already wrapped in their burial capes. All they had to do to wrap them up was, to bury them, just wrap them, just in their outfits they had on. You could have stuffed them away. I don't think they ever changed them.
I don't understand. I don't understand this stuff that's going on with these people.
I don't either. I mean, I wish I'd had some teachers like that. Hey, I'm a guy. What are you talking about?
What does that have to do with it?
Songs is Van Halen, "Hot for Teacher."
Yeah, I know. Let's not go there.
When you're young like that, you've got hormones raging when you're a guy. And to be fair to some of the students, you know, they come in and they dress. I mean, we had one teacher in high school that was good looking. I don't know. I'm not going to say her name, but you remember her. But when you're a little kid and your teacher's sitting there and she's, you know, and you're in elementary, your teacher's in like her 20s, younger 20s. And then you're sitting there looking at her. Of course, she's bending over in front of you. And any little boys that, you know, they're looking at the boobies. And it's like, oh, man. And then all of a sudden things start happening. And what's the first thing the teacher wants to do to you? Come up here and write something on the board, sweetheart. No, I'm good. I'll take an F on this one. I have to take a mulligan. Okay, let's move on to really good. Now, this guy, oh my God, what a jerk. Walks up to this kid. This is out in Texas. And, what is it? Oh, it's only 4 minutes left? Uh-oh, we're going to have to wind down real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, this guy is, he's a teacher. And in Texas, I don't know if you've seen the guy that, or the kids that got his hat snatched up because he had Make America Great Again. It was a 16-year-old kid, and this grown man walks up, snatches his hat off, throws a thing in his face, starts cussing him out. Well, you got a teacher that's a 6th grade social studies teacher. He's under investigation for a tweet he put out comparing the Texas teen to a Nazi and saying F him. You guys can't figure what F him means. It's pretty sad for your case, but he's sitting there cussing the kid on Twitter. I mean, what the hell?
That was uncalled for.
And what the hell has the world come to? Before we get out of here, though, I want to thank Hey Monea for coming in. Nate, you guys get a chance to check out his music. We'll close out the end of the show, I'm sure, with a song and stuff. And he is going to be giving a CD away. We'll be putting that up in the next day or so. You guys can go on there and register for it. You can go to Facebook, the Putnam Way, or IITW Radio website. If you want to keep registering, don't register more than once. But you have a way, it'll give you 3 times to register. Or 4 times.
3.
They go on YouTube and register too if they want. Just write it in under the comment. But we'll put up what the saying's going to be, and then you guys just copy it over. It's probably going to be, hey, I love Monea, and I want to win their CD or something. But you guys listen to their music. It's a great group. And I want to thank you guys. I'll tell them where they can get us at, Tammy. We've got 1:56.
We are on Facebook at the Putnam Way and IITW Radio, Twitter, and YouTube. So find us in those places, like us, share us, and we will see you on Wednesday night. We love you guys.
Well, I want to give a shout out real quick to Mama B and to Zach. I told you I wasn't going to forget you, Zach. Of course, a friend, Scott Lander, and to the parent, to the family, Sheila Brown. We are sorry. We're going to miss you, girl. And you guys get a chance to check out Hey Monea. Tomorrow night, got Greg Williams in the studio, attorney buddy of mine out of Jacksonville. He's going to be here, and we're going to be talking politics. You guys are not going to want to miss that one because I got a special guest lined up for Mr. Greg. But I want to thank you guys for inviting us into your homes, your hearts, your world, and for letting us be a part of your lives. We do love you guys, and thank you so much for listening. And then we'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow night. You're going to be off tomorrow night, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I'll probably call you up so you can help me out with some stuff anyways.
Mm.
You know, I need you. I need you, girl.
Aww.
But
you'll have Greg.
I want to thank our station manager and Chris. Pop your picture up there real quick. Jump over here in the camera with me. Yeah, he stuck his hand out. He's waving. Could do it without Chris. But thank you guys.
Cameron.
And we'll see you I'll see you tomorrow night. God willing, the creek don't rise and the government don't get my butt first. Here's some sound. Enjoy Hey Monea as we close it out here.
I got bones and I got skin, got all the tools I need to win, but it's this heart of mine that always lets me down. I got noodles up above, my family always gave me love, but it's been you that twists the knife and pulls it out. It's not hard to understand what I've been holding in my hand. It's no big deal, just all the love I've ever known. It might sound crazy, but it's true. My hands are always on my shoes, but I can't bring myself to leave this hell called home. But you're not leaving yet, 'cause I'm still bleeding to death. I knew where this train was heading all along. You never listen to my song. Sincere between your ears, there's only ever been yourself.